those guys. In my mind, Justin Falk's a pretty good player. I don't think a 10th overall could get just Justin Falk in my mind. But
no, they're saying the overall or like 10th overall. Possibly Jesse Puljujärvi.
Oh, okay. Then I could see it.
Yeah, I think it's too much.
It's too much on the other part.
I'd rather not give up before and try and get somebody. Maybe you can do a straight across with like Oscar Klefbom. Get rid of a left-handed shot.
Yeah.
Because they have Klefbom, Nurse, Sekera, Russell, all left-handers.
In my mind, Puljujärvi was picked way too high to give up on him already. Yeah. In my mind.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, last year was his first season, really.
Mm-hmm.
His first shot. And he's a big guy. Like, if he gets, like I don't know, a 10th in Puljujärvi for one of those guys would be, others would be getting ripped off. But a 10th for one of those guys across, then the other team's getting ripped off. It's got to be a 10th in something.
What do you think about maybe the 10th overall pick and a guy like Strome?
He's free agent, though, I think.
Is he free agent?
I believe so.
But say he's not, though.
Or like a player like that, or...
I don't know. Like, all those defensemen you named, like, in my mind, Parayko and Falk and Barrie are the three you'd have to give up more to get.
What about that Chiara from the Oilers?
I think they really like him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's somebody they want to get rid of.
No, but
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Trying to make something happen, you have to give, especially for one of those top-end defensemen, because that's most of those guys on this list here are 1-2 on the Oilers easy.
I think Falk is definitely the guy they have the most chance of getting.
Because of Carolina's situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think Carolina has to get a forward out of it. They need forwards more than D, right? So.
Oh, yeah, they have Slavin and Pesce and...
Yeah.
And, they have lots of depth and down the blue line.
Yeah.
But, do you think it makes more sense for them just to try and get a free agent? Like John Carlson or... I mean, I can't see them signing Drew Doughty, but somebody like that in the market? Because they have... I mean, Connor McDavid's a pretty big draw for people in the free agent market. I mean, it might make more sense to save your 10th pick, draft a young defenseman or something, and try and sign one of these big stud defensemen, and then you'll be able to integrate this guy in 3 years or whatever.
It's going to be tough.
I
don't
really think they want to draft. I think they'd sooner get rid of it because you don't want to waste Connor McDavid's prime years.
That's true.
Or waiting for another D to develop.
That's true. And all these defensemen on this list here are all mid-20s. Like, they're not young or not old, and they're not super young.
They're in their prime.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes sense for sure. But I mean, I don't think John Carlson's that young.
The only thing
old.
I think, okay, we can go through all those teams. Carolina probably could get Falk out of there just because Carolina's situation. Vegas, for Colin Miller, kind of the same. I mean, they have all their guys are. Let's be honest, they're all relatively the same. They can play 1, they can play 6. They don't really have a stud, but they don't really. But they're all depth guys.
Exactly.
Colorado, Edmonton's got to give a D to get a D. Colorado can't afford to give up Barrie, and they have forwards. They don't have any defense. Not to give up. You can't just be throwing defense away for forwards when they
exactly.
Barry's their best guy, right?
Yeah, Barry's their best defense.
And Johnson's pretty good too, but Barry's
Barry's their guy, right?
Yeah.
And then Anaheim,
possibly
they're another team that has some depth on defense.
I mean, they have Cam Fowler.
And they have Fowler, and they have Josh Manson.
Yeah, he's pretty good too.
Yeah. But I mean,
and then I don't see Parayko going anywhere.
St. Louis doesn't make any sense to trade their guys.
That's a step backwards.
I mean, potential they have. He's still good. He's still in his prime. Bullmeister's getting old, right? Bullmeister's getting older.
Yeah.
So you're better off to keep Parayko because, let's be honest, Bullmeister,
the reasoning they have him on the list is the Blues have no first rounder this year.
Oh, okay. So if they wanted to get...
But I think they have some pretty good prospects in the pipeline. So
St. Louis?
Yeah. Jordan Kyrou and
Oh, yeah.
Rob Thomas, I think his name is.
Yep, those guys played for Team Canada.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I think both of them did. I know Rob Thomas did for sure, because I'm from last year. Yeah, and Kyrou too, yes. Yep.
It'll be neat to see exactly where what they do with the pick. I mean, they're probably going to move it, but we'll see what the wonderful GM that everyone likes in Edmonton does.
Yeah.
But
He always surprises.
What do you think about getting a winger? Well, they need a winger too.
they do. I mean, you have McDavid, and apparently they're moving Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to the wing. Apparently he was really successful their last few games.
Yeah.
And they have Draisaitl center too, so I think a good winger would be not a bad choice either. You don't need honestly, you could get a guy who's a 2-3, and McDavid would make him look like a star probably. If he's a guy who can work the corners and stuff like that. I mean, a cheaper Milan Lucic type player, like a Patrick Maroon, or a guy like that. Like when Maroon was played, not this year but the year before, he played phenomenal there because he was able to work the corners, and that's kind of what they need for that line.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm,
Definitely. They've had a couple forwards leave for Europe, so
Yeah, so it does clear up some cap and some roster spot.
Mm-hmm.
Pakarainen and Slepyshev. Yep.
have you two?
Have you two left too?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Oh,
knew
wow.
two of them left.
Wow. We free agents here coming up. I mean, there was this projected thing on whatever website I got this from. Their top three players here that are coming up in the free agent market: John Tavares, John Carlson, and Evander Kane. And the website here kind of determined where exactly they'll fit projection-wise in what their contract will be come July 1st. And let me just jump right in here with John Tavares, 28 years old. His last contract was 6 years at $33 million.
$5
And
million a year, just over $5.5 million a year.
they're kind of comparing him with Stamkos and Marchand and Kuznetsov, who all got 8 years, and
$8 million though, right?
Marchand's at 6.1, Kuznetsov's at 7.8, and Stamkos at 8.5.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, he'd probably be around the Stamkos money, I think. Maybe like 8.
that's what you think.
Well, I don't think he should make more than Stamkos, but he should make more than Kuznetsov.
Yeah,
He's a better player than Kuznetsov.
but if you got to remember, Stamkos took a discount.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Because they have projected here that their projections, Tavares is going to make at 7 years $66.5 million for an average of 9.5 per season.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
For
for his last season he had 84 points.
this past one,
Yeah,
Yeah, he had a good year.
in 82 games. So
he had a good year this year,
mm-hmm.
and they were out of the playoffs and get
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to stay in the island.
I don't know.
It's this. I don't know. It's going back kind of what Scott said. He doesn't want the Oilers to waste Connor McDavid's prime. John Tavares is still in his prime, but they've wasted some good years of John Tavares not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now they finally got some players around him, but it took them a while.
Well, they just kept.
Yeah, they kept
Throwing them
patching.
away.
Yeah, and getting rid of them. But now they have Eberle, and now they got Barzal, like a number 2 center behind Tavares. So maybe he does stay because there is some promise there now.
Yeah.
Anders Lee's another guy that's good.
And Bailey.
And Bailey, that's what I mean. They have players now, so maybe he stays.
I think they just need a little bit better goaltending.
Oh no, they need a new goalie.
Yeah.
Pecorine.
There you go. And maybe a good, decent defenseman.
Yeah.
John Carlson? I don't know.
Well, you don't know, right? This offseason.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But I don't know. I think he'll stay now because of those. Because he's got actual line mates there now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would ask this 2 years ago, no, I would have said he'd been gone. Like if he
It
was
was
free
all
agent.
like Toronto was going after him.
Well, back
years ago.
then,
Yeah.
yeah. Now Toronto's on the path where
Yeah, we'll see what Dubas does.
I
Dubas era.
I hope they don't get him because that'll just screw up the whole plans. You can't sign Matthews then.
or Nylander,
Or Nylander
or
or
Marner.
So it's not worth it.
JT though.
But
JT, I like John Torres. You know I do.
according to Ty, Kyle Dubas has got hundreds of hours on be a GM and NHL. He'll do fine. Classic Ty. But moving on to the next guy on my list here, John Carlson, another 28-year-old. Current contract was 6 years at 23.8. And again, they compared him to guys like Shattenkirk, Fowler, and Parayko, who make between 5.5 and 6.6 million per season. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
he'll get?
the 5.5 range is probably where he belongs. In my mind, he's better than Shattenkirk.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, Shattenkirk's overrated. In my mind. I mean, you can disagree with me, but Shattenkirk's a little over. I mean, he's a good power play guy, but outside of that, he doesn't bring a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen that when the Rangers got him. I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
But who's the other guy you mentioned? Oh, Parayko. Yeah, see, Parayko's,
Yeah.
I'd say, in the same ballpark right now. Parayko might end up being better than him down the road, but
Well, and you got to think John Carlson had 68 points last season.
oh man,
Yeah,
he had a really good year.
he played all year too.
Not gonna lie, I can't. It'd be stupid for Washington to get rid of him, unless they can't afford him. But it'd be stupid for them to get rid of him.
Or again, he doesn't want to stay. Maybe too. I don't know, but
He might now,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
especially if they go. Well, if they win the cup, obviously, he might just leave because he's won it there now. Now you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But if he got close, he might stay because they're that close. He might think, right? It's hard to say.
yeah, it's hard to say.
Seems like you win the cup, then it's like you become like, oh, okay, I won here now. Maybe I'll try somewhere else, kind of thing.
Yeah,
or play
exactly.
somewhere else, a different city, or
Mm-hmm. Like you won the cup, so now you can think about where you're going to want to settle down, or
Yeah.
where you want to live.
maybe it
instead of-
is maybe it is Washington, but I mean, I'd like Toronto to get him because honestly, we need another defenseman. I just don't know if we can afford him or not.
Well, would you guys be able to afford 5 years at $33.75 million for an average of 6.75 per season?
Probably not.
Yeah, because that's what they project he'll get, and I mean, it's probably fair for almost 70-point defenseman.
But that's only 1 year he's done that though, right? That's
what
the thing. Somebody's going to pay big money for a guy that's got that once.
And that's the problem with free agents. What
Yeah.
have you done for me lately? Not how you've been in the past, right?
It's like like a guy like Shattenkirk or trying to think. I think got David Clarkson. Toronto overpaid from big time because he had 130 goal a year.
Or Milan Lucic.
Lucic got overpaid. There's always one guy every year.
Well, I mean, if Milan Lucic produced like he did when he was in Boston,
Oh, he'd be
Fair price.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty decent price. But yeah,
but I mean, the third guy on my list here, Vander Kane, 26 years old. His last contract was 6 years at 31.5. And again, they compared it to guys like Nino Niederreiter, Hornquist, and Tatar, and they got her all around $5.3 million. And Vander Kane had 54 points last year,
he has no way he played all of the games. Though.
78.
Oh, so pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, he was on Buffalo too, so they weren't so successful.
If you can get him I think if you're getting him at 5.5, you're probably getting a steal. I think he's a better player than if he can put his
Ego at the door.
Yeah, I agree. I think he could put up 70 points probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's always had the potential, but it's just I mean, like you said, he was on Buffalo, which their team in general like all their players were lower, right?
Yeah. He produced pretty good in San Jose.
That's what I mean. The time he was there in the playoffs and stuff, that's why I think he's got more. I think San Jose will sign him, actually. Re-sign him.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah. I mean,
well, because this is what I think's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, Joe Thornton, if you want to play for us, you can't have $8 million a year again.
No.
Sounds like he's taking a cut anyhow.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's that, or he'll go sign somewhere else 1 year.
Yeah.
Because they got to look at like Vander Kane or Joe Thornton, 26-year-old or close to 40-year-old.